Need Madden coins from a reliable source? Check out Coinbank UT and use code Bkindel for 15% off your order. Woo! Packers with a huge 41-25 victory over the Bears in an NFC North showdown. Give us a 3-game lead in the division. There was a lot of goods from this game and a lot of bad, but out of the bad, I think the worst part is Mike Pettine's job's probably safe for now. But in this video, I'm gonna go through, talk about the good, talk about the bad, go over the stats, show you some of the idiot tweets that we see on Packers Twitter every week. But before we do any of that, I need you guys smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new. I'm still undecided if I want to put these Packers reaction videos out every week after the games. So if you do actually like them, hit that like button, get this video to 20 likes, and while you're at it, hit the subscribe button. Takes about a second to do both and it helped me out. But anyways, let's start looking at the stats, but we're gonna start with the Bears. Mitchell Trubisky got the start at quarterback for the injured Nick Foles and went 26 for 46. Bro, the first problem the Bears had right there is that they rolled past the ball 46 times and they ran 11 with Montgomery, bro. Mitchell Trubisky still had 242 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and 3 sacks. And for those of you who don't watch enough Packer games, man, you know getting 3 sacks and 2 interceptions for the Packers defense is a huge deal. The 74.7 rating is whatever, but most of his touchdowns came late in game action, bro. But I didn't even realize Montgomery had 11 carries for 103 yards, averaging 9.4 with no touchdowns. That right there, man. How do you run the ball only 11 times, but you pass 46 times against a run defense that literally cannot stop the run? It just makes no freaking sense, bro. You just saved Mike Pettine's job. Unless, maybe that was their plan all along. Maybe their plan was to not run the ball and to pass it, to make it look like the Packers defense is god tier and save Mike Pettine's jobs because it could help him in the future. Dude, that's 200 IQ right there. Then receiving wise, they were able to spread the ball a little bit. Allen Robinson with 8 receptions, 74 yards, 2 touchdowns. He's obviously their main guy. Montgomery actually had a game, 140 total yards. Damn, he balled out. Gerald Mooney with 3 receptions too, and former Packer Jimmy Graham 3 receptions, 32 yards. That sounds about right. Mitchell Trubisky fumbled the ball 3 times and lost 1. I didn't realize we caused 3 fumbles, but either way, man, Bears offense, it did Bear offensive things. It just isn't very good. And then moving on to the Packers offense, bro, we put up 41 points on the Bears defense, and the Bears last 3 seasons have had one of the better defenses in the league, including this year, and we put up 41 points on them, man. The Packers offense was just able to have their way with the Bears defense like a cheap escort for night, man. We could do whatever we want. Aaron Rodgers was 21 for 29, 211 yards, 4 touchdowns, no interceptions, 132.3 rating, man. He is just solidified himself as an MVP candidate. I think right now it's between him and Patrick Mahomes. I'm gonna give the slight edge to Patrick Mahomes just because Rodgers has 1 bad game versus Buccaneers. Mahomes doesn't have any. And then the thing that I think killed the Bears the most, besides that they passed the ball heavily instead of ran the ball, is the fact that Akeem Hicks was out this game, man. The Bears do have a very good defense, but Akeem Hicks clogs up the middle of the field right there. And with that, we were able to just run all over him. Aaron Jones and Jamal Williams both had 17 carries with 90 yards, 73 yards for Jamal. So right there's 163 yards. We had about 182 total rushing yards, averaging 4.7. Great game, and that's why Rodgers only had 29 attempts for 211 yards. Very rarely in the Rodgers era have we ran the ball that many times more than we have passed the ball, man. We could just do whatever we wanted on offense. But the thing that I liked most about the offense tonight is that we're finally healthy. We don't need to just rely on Davante Adams to ball out, where Davante Adams has like 12 of our 20 completions in a game for like 200 yards. We were able to spread the ball. Robert Tonyan actually led in yards with 5 receptions, 67 yards, and a touchdown. Most of that came on that 40-yard bomb. Davante Adams with 6 receptions, 61 yards, and a touchdown. But Equanimeous St. Brown had a decent game. Allen Lazard's finally back and healthy. He got fucked up that one play, but I think he came back in. Should be good. Big Dog got a touchdown. Sternberger got involved a little bit. We were just spreading the ball a lot more than what we usually do, which is a good sign. Defense, Adrian Amos led with tackles with 7, and we got a big game out of, I thought Preston Smith had the best game game of the season by far, mainly because we didn't have him in coverage finally. He got 1 sack, he got a tackle for a loss, 2 QB hits, he got a fumble recovery for a touchdown, easily the best game of his season right there. Kevin King made a few good plays too, and then Darnell Savage had 2 interceptions in the game. He did get hurt, I'm not sure if he came back. That was the only downfall of the game really, was injuries. Savage got hurt, Alan Lazard got hurt, I think he came back though, and Corey Linsley got hurt and didn't come back. But still, O-line play good, offense play good, defense was very hit or miss, I feel like. Zadarius Smith also had a good game with a sack and 3 QB hits, man. But like I said, defense is still not there. The Bears were able to have their way running with freaking David Montgomery. 11 rushes for 100 yards is not good. We are still not good against the run, and our zone coverage is terrible, man. When Mike Penton finally realizes we are a much better man team, then we will be in good shape. The Bears put up 25, 15 came in the fourth in garbage time, but still 25 to the Bears offense. The Bears literally have the worst offense in the league right there, man. So defense, not good. Offense, absolutely insane. But the offense is showcasing you in this game right now, going against a top tier defense, is when we are playing good, when we are coming up with a good scheme going into the game and we execute, there is no defense that can stop us right now. And that's why the Packers at times look like Super Bowl contenders. And then other times, like in the Buccaneers game, they look like they've never played football before. God, it's confusing being a Packers fan. But also, this does give us a 3-game lead in the division. I believe the Bears and the Vikings are now tied at 5 and 6, and with only 5 games left, they basically have to win out in order to catch the Packers, and the Packers just gotta go on a deep decline, which I just don't see happening, especially considering we played the Bears again this year. Overall, man, great game, great game. Offensively was a lot of fun. We were just able to execute on all cylinders, and then offensively, we were just passing the ball all over the place too. 4 touchdowns there, 182 rushing yards, and defense at least got pressure, and we stopped sending that fucking 3-man blitz all the time. We got 3 sacks and 2 interceptions and a fumble recovery for a touchdown. So that right there is the bend don't break defense of the Packers. And it also saved Mike Penton's job, so fuck me, I guess. Alright, going into tweets, I just saw this, and this is true. Torrey Smith tweeted, Tom Brady is the GOAT, but Aaron Rodgers is a better player. I know it doesn't make any sense, but it's true. And I agree with that. Tom Brady is the most accomplished quarterback to ever play the game. Whether a large part of it's because of Bill Belichick or what he had, I don't know. But talent-wise, Aaron Rodgers is the best quarterback of all time. And Aaron Rodgers, I feel like, is the better player, but has got consistently screwed throughout his career by the front office. And Will Blackman, a former Packer, said it was way more terrifying playing against Aaron Rodgers. I know I'm not the only player who thinks this. I feel like that's true, man. Tom Brady, it's all about scheme. Aaron Rodgers, the play's just gonna extend it and he's gonna make magic happen. That's what it is. And then, bro, you guys remember that Preston Smith touchdown? There were 2 face masks that were not called. Like, that's fact. It was 20-3 at that point, and then freaking Colin King, whoever that is, he likes hockey, so fuck him, alright. They got every damn call on that fumble. 2 face masks, bro. Let's face it, you had Mitch Trubisky at quarterback. You weren't gonna score that drive. There was no chance you were going to score with how things were going, and it made it 27-3. It was alright, 20-3. The game was getting out of hand at that point as is, man. That would not have changed the outcome of the game. Well, I'm getting so sick of this. The Packers get every single call, because it's not true, man. When nobody talks about the times that the Packers got fucked by calls, replacement refs, miss holds, miss face mask, fumbles that shouldn't be fumbles, like it doesn't make sense. Oh, and here's a perfect example. That cost us a freaking trip to in the playoffs. This was in the fucking playoffs. Fuck you, Colin. Bro, and then my boy Hedgie actually said something smart. It doesn't happen very often, and he tagged me in it. What a good guy. Imagine if Rodgers had Russ weapons, man. Russ has a ton of weapons right now with DK, Tyler Lockett, Chris Carson. I still don't think he's got too many more weapons than Rodgers does at this point. What's the point that, what if Rodgers had more weapons? Because right now, Devontae's like star level. He's top wide receiver in the game right now. But other than that, it's a bunch of like average guys. I wouldn't say anybody's too far above average besides maybe Alan Lazard. And Tanyan's saying that way. But you got Aaron Jones too, who makes plays out of the backfield. But imagine if Rodgers had, for example, Patrick Mahomes' weapons. Freaking the weapons Tom Brady has right now that he's still losing games with. It's always a matter of what if Rodgers had more. Because right now, he has one star player that's supposed to be catching the ball, and then he has a star running back that also makes plays out of the backfield. But other than that, Rodgers doesn't have too much, and he hasn't had that Hall of Fame level player in his career yet that some of these other players have had. Also, best part about it is we made history tonight. The Packers got their 100th win versus the Bears. That's absolutely crazy. 100 wins versus one NFL franchise. What the fuck? How do you let a team win that many games against you? And Aaron Rodgers passed for 50,000 yards in his career and is only the 11th player to do so, man. Freaking go. I think it was at this point Bears fans knew they were fucked. Anyways, boys, there's a breakdown of the Packers game. Offense looked amazing. Defense looked a little sus. Bend don't break. It still made plays. This is definitely a Super Bowl contending team when they are playing right. If the defense plays even slightly average and we play more man defense and the offense continues to mix in the play action, get the running game going, and Rodgers and Devontae are hooking up like they are right now, bro, this Packers team is going to be unstoppable come playoff time. There's no favorite in the NFC right now. We can beat any team. Buccaneers, Seattle. We already beat New Orleans. I feel like going up, especially if we get a games at Lambeau in January in the cold, it's going to be hard for a team to beat us. But let me know what your thoughts of the Packer games, man. How would you rate them? 1 through 10. 1 being they look like shit. 10 look like they look like a Super Bowl contending team. Drop your rate for them in the comment section below. And also be sure to hit that like button and let me know if you want me to keep doing these Packers reaction videos after every single game for the rest of the season. But I hope you boys enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.